Welcome to It Takes Two. I'm Blair.
I'm Chris.
And today we'll be talking about Love Island USA, Season 6, Episode 8.
Listen here, I just want to give a PSA to the people that is on the show. I know they are watching. This is not Real World. This is not Jersey Shore. This is Love Island.
Exactly.
There is no obligation to stay with one person at all in this show. That's not the premise. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? By the way, I need y'all to subscribe. I need y'all to like. I need y'all to comment. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers. Blair, you ready to walk us through this episode?
I'm ready.
Let's go.
So we start off with all the ladies chatting. They're talking to Nicole and Andrea about their dates.
Yeah.
Nicole said the date with Cordell went really good. They had a kiss. Nicole feels that she has a lot in common with Kendall as well.
Okay.
Andrea appreciated both Aaron and Rob being open to getting to know her. Mm-hmm. She did kiss them both, and she even says that she initiated the kiss with Rob. Mm-hmm. He was respectful with where he stood with Leah throughout the date.
And this is where I'm confused, because I'm like, I would think that the people would be appreciative that they hear that Rob was not disrespectful with it.
Yeah.
She's the one that said, look, I'm the one that actually pressed it. Rob wasn't the one that pressed it. He was respectful. He even talked about you.
Right.
So I don't even understand the hostility she has towards him. But let's continue on.
So Liv, Leah, and Kayla all talk, and they tell Liv about how the dates went and how both of the girls kissed both of the guys.
Yeah.
Hannah and Kendall are talking. Kendall tells her that he did kiss Nicole. She feels that, they're meant to be tested, and at the end of the day, she knows people are going to do what they're going to do, and if the relationship is going to last, it has to go through something.
Hey, Hannah, you on the chopping block, my sister.
Yeah.
You on the chopping
block. And I think Hannah knows, but I'm just like, I feel like Hannah is a lot more realistic about the situation than Leah is. Leah was kind of driving me up a wall this episode, y'all.
Oh, best believe. I'm going to get into Leah eventually in this episode.
So Cordell and Nicole talk, and they are cuddling upstairs on the lounge chair. He's showing her his tattoos, and he does get around to showing the Nicole tattoo of his aunt, but the way he did it, it actually wasn't weird at all. Because he was talking about one tattoo he has like tributed to his grandmother. Yeah. So it was just basically like a bunch of family stuff, and that was a good thing that he was able to talk about.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice.
She said she was listening, but she was really enjoying touching all over his body.
Of course she was. Of course she was.
Well, Kayla and Aaron chat. Aaron said the date went good. He liked it. They did kiss. Kayla is talking about how, it's just that we're two completely different people. And Aaron is like, yeah, I agree. Like, there are definitely things that she does that's better than you. She is level-headed, and she's just screwed on a little bit better. Aaron be having me cracking up.
Yeah.
Because I don't think he's disrespectful, but I feel like he is very blunt and honest. And I also think that he knows when Kayla is trying to be a little shady. And he's like, yeah, you're right. You ain't nothing like her. She's smart.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think Aaron is very shady.
Yeah.
I like it, though.
I like it, too. And Kayla, she's trying to tell him, like, you can go ahead, do what you want to do, put yourself first. And he's like, so you wouldn't be upset if I picked her? And she's like, yeah, I would be upset. Yeah. But she just doesn't know where he stands, and that scares her. Aaron really doesn't want to upset either of them.
Okay. Well, Aaron, I feel like your problem is that you are being emotionally manipulated by Kayla, right? Let's not forget she kissed about 50 guys in the house, right? Okay. Remember how mad you was, remember how sad you was, and now she kind of flipped it on you to where if you feel in a connection with somebody else, you got to be forthright and tell her and be honest with her, where she wasn't even honest with her actions. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I feel like you should just leave Kayla, because she's only flipping the situation until the coast is clear, and then the minute she gets another bombshell to come in, she's gonna kiss that guy too.
Yeah, because even when they were relaying the dates and everything like that, and Kayla was saying like, oh yeah, if I was a bombshell, I'd definitely be kissing everybody. And I'm just like, girl, you've been doing that. You've been doing that.
Yep, she said that tonight.
So that's why I'm kind of like, I hear what Kayla's talking about, but at the same time, I think Kayla's head could definitely get turned as well. I mean, it kind of was turned before with Connor.
Facts.
So, well, Leah and Rob talk. He says that the date went really well. He likes her, and they did kiss. Yeah. He said that it doesn't take away from their relationship or their bond. Yeah. And he does want to continue to get to know both Leah and Andrea. Leah said, she's nice. Like, I'm glad y'all had a good time, like just being passive aggressive. And Rob was just like, I figured you'd be cool about it. And they hug it out. And I'm just like, Rob, you can't really think she's being cool about it. Like, she's literally being passive aggressive. She is mad inside.
And Rob is so... I don't know if I should go in on Leah now or should I wait till the scene where...
I said let's wait because it's a lot.
Let's wait. Okay. You're right. I'll wait. Let's keep going, guys.
So we get to Kendall and Nicole. They're both into Star Wars, and they're both into going to movie theaters. He tells her that he can get his emotions out with movies, and he really connects with the characters. And he lets her know that he's really feeling her and was thinking about their date. She liked hearing that. She felt that he was hard to read, though, at first. She couldn't tell if he really liked her.
Yeah, I think out of all people, Kendall would be the easiest one to read.
Yeah.
Because Kendall, he gonna smile in your face. He may even dance in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, I'm actually happy for Kendall, to be honest, because with Hannah, you messed up twice with the same person. You get what I'm saying? So I'm happy for Kendall to potentially have a new connection.
And I also feel like the connection with Hannah was just kind of like because she was there. I don't necessarily see them being together. Yeah. So Rob and Andrea go to Soul Ties to talk, and Andrea really enjoyed their date. She almost didn't really want to go on the second date. Rob tells her that he likes her, and she feels the same way. He asked her if he would catch snakes with her, and she would be down. He ends up actually like catching a spider. You were telling me that there's like a bunch of like bugs like on the set and stuff in Fiji.
Yeah, they are in Fiji.
Yeah. So he catches a spider and he tries to get her to hold it, and she handles it pretty well. Like she kind of lets him do his thing. So
are you holding the spider, Blair?
No, I'm not holding the spider. Okay. No, I don't have a desire for that.
The spider crawled all over his face and stuff. I'm like, oh no.
Down his hair and everything like that. I'm just like, you need to wash your hair.
Yeah, do that.
So Leah, Connor, Aaron, and Janae are talking. Leah isn't in a place to feel like she wants to get somebody to pick her. Like if you want to choose somebody else, just go ahead and choose them. Okay. She thinks that she's just so nice and chill that it kind of bites her in the butt in ways. And Aaron just tells her straight up, I think you're spiraling.
Yeah, you are spiraling.
Yeah. So Leah is going around complaining. Serena tells her that she thinks she's spiraling, and Hannah is trying to convince her that obviously like he's really into you. Liv is tired of the complaining.
Oh my gosh. It's always Liv.
And she says, girl, either go up there and say something or shut the hell up about it pretty much. And normally I would be like, Liv, see, this is why we don't like you, because you're not a girl's girl and you're just mean and nasty. But honestly, I felt Liv in that moment because I'm like, Leah, stop all this whining and complaining. Like, goodness gracious. Yeah. It was irritating. It really was. So Rob is up with Andrea, telling her to keep it between them, but in his gut, he has a good feeling about them. Nice. So Leah goes upstairs and she pulls the lovebirds away from each other. And she's, honestly, I was just like, Leah pulled him and she don't even know what she want to say. Yeah, of course I'm just like, I know she don't know what she want to say. She just wants to break it up.
Yeah, because the battery was put in her back.
Exactly. So she tells him that she feels dumb. They didn't finish their talk, and he was up here talking to her for 2 hours when he literally just got back from a date with her. Okay. Rob says that he's not ready to walk away from Leah, but he thinks that there's something there with Andrea that he wants to explore. Of course. Leah doesn't want to get her feelings hurt, and Rob says someone's feelings are going to get hurt.
It's Love Island. It's not real world, and it's not Jersey Shore.
Yeah, Leah calls him a liar. Rob says, I just feel like you don't trust me. You don't trust what I'm saying. And she's like, no, that's not really true. And he's like, you've been calling me a con man for like the past week. Facts. And then she starts saying that she was joking. So he starts crying and getting upset. Yeah. Rob felt that he was hurting Leah, and there was nothing really he could do or say to make things better. So Leah tells him that her intention wasn't to hurt him or tell him what to do when he comes back, because he needed a little breather, because she was starting to be very difficult to talk to. Rob says, like, can you ask me how I'm feeling? Like, as I'm sitting here with the tears rolling down my face. She asks him how he's feeling. He says that he really likes Leah. He thinks she's amazing. He just doesn't know if she's right for him. And then she says, so you're saying I'm not right for you?
I don't know what's wrong with this girl, man.
Are you listening, ma'am? Are you listening, ma'am?
Something's wrong with this girl, boy.
He says, I just don't know if you're right for me. I don't know. Rob doesn't think she listens. And he tells her that. He's like, look, like, I feel like you don't even listen to me. You cut me off. And that hurts his feelings because he really doesn't talk a lot. And he really doesn't. Yeah. He thinks that she's gorgeous, and she has sex appeal, and they have the sexual chemistry, but they're just not in a groove. And the way that I took that is that the conversations don't necessarily flow, and she's not always necessarily in tune with what he's saying and where he's coming from. Yeah. He asked for time to process everything, and they hug it out. Yeah. So he takes his shirt off. He takes his mic, everything off. He ends up jumping in the pool, and then he's like hiding like behind the other side of the pool. Like he just needs a minute.
A little dramatics for me, but Blair, you first or I'm first?
You first.
I'm first. Okay, so let's go through the timeline because I feel like, let me just give you my thesis first. If you're a fan of Leah and you're like, oh my goodness, good for you, Leah, I'm questioning your intellect. And I'm questioning your comprehension skills of actually watching the show. Let's go through the timeline. So the whole time when Rob was with Leah, the bombshell Liv come in and things of that nature, she chooses Rob, right? Keep that in mind. She chooses Rob to couple up with, right? In that time, Rob doesn't look happy to be coupled up with her. He realizes that throughout the time that he was with her, that they have nothing in common, and Leah don't believe him. She's like, then why would she choose you? So she kind of put that blame on Rob, even though Rob did not have the power to choose himself, right? Okay, so even after the fact where they are basically about to recouple again to where Leah can pick Rob, she still don't believe Rob that, then why would Liv pick you? Okay, and then we go to this game that everybody said it was just a joke. One of the questions was, who do you think is a con man? And she chooses Rob. Mm-hmm. The guy that you like, right?
Yeah.
The guy that you're spiraling over, right? The guy that you want to be with, right? The guy that y'all have a secret signal to where y'all go off to the docks and kiss, right? The guy that actually gets up out of his bed with the person he's coupled with, give you a hug every night before bed and says, good night, we talk in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. The one who made 2 avocado toast every episode, basically, until he was coupled up with you.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I'm missing something.
You got all the facts right.
I got all the facts right. So you call him a con man and then instead of choosing him to kiss, you choose Kendall to kiss because I feel like he wants to kiss me. Kendall's like, okay, right? So now all this time, now another bombshell is coming, actually 2 of them, and she chooses Rob again, right? And now you're mad at Rob because Rob had the power to choose himself. Right. No, he did not, right? Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, he goes on a date, right? Mm-hmm. He lets you know if anything happened, I'm gonna let you know first, right? You find out from the other lady that they kissed. You go and confront Rob about it. Rob doesn't lie. He said, yes, we did kiss. Matter of fact, I do like her and I want to explore that. It's Love Island, right?
Exactly.
Now she's like, I feel like a dummy. Why? Why do you feel like a dummy, Leah? Because I feel like I shouldn't have to fight for someone's attention or compete for someone's affection. It's Love Island.
Are we on Real World? Are we on Jersey Shore?
I said it's Love Island.
I thought we were on Love Island.
And I'm guessing she's a fan too, right? Uh-huh. So this whole thing that Leah, right? And the thing about it is, to get back to the present time, I was a fan of Rob and Leah, right? But the more Leah talks, the more Leah is I don't want to say it, but I don't think she's all the way there with us. Okay. Right? That's the nicest way I can say it, right?
You said it perfectly.
Yeah, Leah is the type of person that, as I was joking with my wife, Leah is the type of person that will see you hug your sister, and then she would be like, who's that? And then you'd be like, that's my sister. And then that's when she was like, oh, okay. Do y'all always hug though? You're like, it's my sister. Like sometimes we hug, sometimes we don't. The problem with Leah, which is the problem with most people, is you're passive aggressive. And then when it's time to actually address something, you're not really addressing one thing.
Right.
You're addressing multiple things because you never address the issue. I'm going to stop right there and let my wife talk for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I was mostly irritated with the conversation because Leah went up there with no plan. Yeah. Just up there, just off vibes and energy and anger. And pulls him away from his conversation with Andrea just to say, you were on a date with her and now you want to spend 2 hours to talk to her. I can do that.
Yes.
I can do that.
Yes.
I can do that.
It's Love Island.
Exactly. And the thing is, Rob has been telling her, I'm going to keep you up to date. I'm going to have conversations with you so you're not in the dark. But Leah doesn't want to hear that. She wants to hear you choose me and choose me only. Yeah. But that's not the name of the game.
No.
And I think Leah, she feels stupid because she might think that Rob is trying to play her. But honestly, he is exploring his options, which you need to do on the show. And Leah has done herself a disservice by only sticking to one person. Now, 100%. I'll give you this. Their connection was really strong, so I don't fault her for sticking to one person. But I feel like when I was saying with Hannah is being a lot more realistic about the situation, that If it's meant to be, it'll be. You have to go and do your own thing. And at the end of the day, neither one of us own each other. We're not in an exclusive relationship, as strong as our bond might be. Yeah. Like, he has the right to explore, and he's keeping you up to date and informed. Yeah. You just don't like what you're hearing.
Exactly. And Rob basically said, Rob is praying to the gods. Yeah. Please let her have a bad personality. Please let her have a bad personality. And my thing is this is not a situation to where Rob played Leah. I don't think it's that. I think actually this conversation actually sealed Leah's fate, right? I do not agree with Rob crying. Get yourself together, brother. There's nothing to cry over. You only known her for 2 weeks. But at the same time, and then you're going under the pool deck. It's kind of weird, right? But at the end of the day, I feel like Leah, the minute you made him cry because he feel like he's not heard, now all of a sudden he's like, all those red flags that he kind of bypassed, he's like, you know what? You really never listen to me.
Yeah, and he started calling her out on it.
Exactly. Yeah. And she's like, oh my goodness, it was so bad. What did you thought was going to be when you pull him away from Andrea? Did you thought it was going to be a good conversation? Like, my whole thing is, you was going to bed with him that night. Time and place. You let these women or basically another woman put a battery in your back, and now you got to deal with it. And now y'all both crying, and Rob is under the pool somewhere.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
So we move on. Leah is talking to Serena. Yeah. And Leah tells Serena that he said that the sexual chemistry is not there. It went bad, and he started listing all the things that she doesn't do. She says, if you think I'm an ogre, then why not just stay with Liv? And Serena is just trying to big up her, make her feel good about herself. And Leah's saying that she doesn't want to sleep with him in the bed tonight. Oh my goodness. I was sitting here thinking, like, am I not listening, or is Leah not listening?
Leah's not listening.
I do not remember Rob saying anything about that. He said she was very sexy.
He said gorgeous.
Yes.
Actually.
Yeah. So I'm just like, this is what he's talking about. She don't be listening.
No.
And now she's going around the villa with false stories and making it seem like Rob is just this terrible person just laying into her. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, Leah.
And Serena over there talking about, you know what? F him. He don't need to be, and I'm like, Serena, actually, if you were smart, maybe you need to go talk to Rob.
Yeah.
And try to find a connection, because you have nobody.
Hello?
You get what I'm saying? So this whole thing where it's like, even if she hear him, I don't think she comprehends well. I think it takes some repeating and maybe some flashcards and something like that.
But that's why I didn't fault him for crying, because I'm just like, how long was this conversation of them talking in circles?
That is true, though.
I probably would have been crying by the end of it too.
No, I ain't crying.
Because I'm just like, do you not hear me? Like,
no, I ain't crying.
I probably would have been crying out of anger because I didn't want to start throwing stuff.
Okay. Because listen, the minute you cry, I'm sorry, I'm a toxic guy. I know, like, the way the world is today, a masculine man is being redefined as something different and whatever you want to call it. But I'm a regular guy, and to where I'm not crying in front of no woman, because we saw in the preview she called him a B for crying.
Oh God.
So that's why I'm like, nah, man. Cry. You should held your tears in and cried under the deck.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Besides you blubbering in front of her. You know what I mean?
So Rob's by himself, sitting underneath a tree, just trying to wrap his head around everything, just trying to collect himself.
I feel you.
Hannah tells Liv that she feels like she's being friend zoned by Kendall.
Well, don't feel it. Become it. You are friend zoned.
It's on you.
Yes, exactly.
Andrea knows that Rob wants to continue to see where things go with Leah, so he's not going to go full throttle with her. But Liv says, honestly, F what everybody thinks. And I want us to remember that, because I feel like Liv is going to have a situation with Hakeem to where she should consider how she feels about other people's feelings. Yeah. Keep the same energy when it comes to your couple.
That's right.
So Serena goes outside to sleep in the bed with Leah.
Yeah.
It's the next morning. Janae goes out to check on Serena and Leah. And Leah explains the situation. She says that he said that she's sexy, but he doesn't feel sexual chemistry, that it's not natural sometimes. So now the story's changing.
Yeah, now the story's changing. Every time she tells the story, it's something different.
And I'm just like, Serena, are you not catching on? Hakeem wants to give Liv a shot without diverting his attention, he's saying. And Liv actually made Hakeem breakfast.
I wish I can remember the commenter username, but you know who I'm talking to. We on two opposite sides when it comes to Liv and how we feel about Liv. Tonight we on the same side, buddy.
Okay.
I have nothing bad to say about Liv.
Okay.
Liv lives to see another day with me. Okay, like I have nothing else to say.
I would definitely say we saw effort on Liv's part today.
Yes, I have nothing bad to say about Liv.
Yeah. Well, Aaron checks on Leah. Leah asks if Rob hates her, and Aaron's like, no. Leah was upset that he barely spoke to her. He goes back to speak to the girl he spent the day with. Mm-hmm. Aaron says, honestly, if you guys go your separate ways, it wasn't meant to be in the first place.
Yeah, because I think Aaron realized, this is when your friend be tripping.
Yeah.
And you really can't talk sense into your friend. Mm-hmm. Aaron was the one who told her first, you're spiraling.
Yeah.
Like.
And the next day, she's already down the drain. He's just like, maybe it wasn't meant to be.
And she said, and listen to how she's representing the conversation. Uh-huh. Does he hate me?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't even that. And it's to the point where Leah don't even understand I don't think she understands the conversation. I think she's just happy that she ruined his night. In my opinion, I think hey, as long as you're not talking to Andrea, we talk, because she's like, it was disrespectful for you to be on a date with her and then to come back here and still talk to her. I'm like, bro, for one, the date, I did not choose to go on the date.
Right.
The same way as these challenges, I'm not holding it against you for kissing somebody. You can't hold these dates, which is basically challenges that I did not choose to go on. She chose me to go on a date.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Rob thinks that Leah doesn't believe that he ever really cared about her.
Yeah.
So Andrea and Rob talk.
Mm-hmm.
He was vulnerable. He explains to her that he was vulnerable and started crying. Yeah. And she didn't even ask about how he was feeling.
Yeah.
Like, she didn't seem to care. He says that it's a lot of emotions and he hasn't ejaculated in a while.
Whoa.
And it probably would help to clear his mind. Rob feels the support from Andrea during this conversation, though. And Andrea was happy to talk to him, so she wanted to just kind of keep the conversation going. Mm-hmm. Andrea is glad that he's putting himself first and not letting anything get in the way of what he wants to pursue.
Listen here, man. There's nothing like telling a woman, hopefully it's only your woman and not just a woman, that you know what? I haven't released myself.
He was like, I just want to be transparent. Yeah, I'm just like, I don't know if we asked for that type of transparency.
Listen here, he basically like, are you gonna help me or not? You know what I'm saying? How did you feel about that conversation? If you have any thoughts about the conversation with Rob and Andrea, I only got a small thought.
I just think it was good that they had the conversation because it was clearly a big blow up, and Rob went to sitting under a tree and hiding underneath the pool. So I felt like he needed to talk to Andrea about what was happening. Yeah. So I just felt like much needed. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the more he talks to Andrea, and we get to see it. Stop lying to yourselves. If you're going to be part of the It Takes Two show crew, we're not liars and we don't lie to ourselves. We have to admit the conversation with Andrea is more smoother than the conversation is with Leah.
Yeah, they click better. They have better banter. Like, they're able to dig a little bit deeper. Yeah. Like, Leah, I don't know if it's just Leah, because I think Rob was just really into her physically, and I don't think he really pressed the issue of trying to get deeper. But I feel like him and Andrea, it just flows in that direction.
Yeah, I'm not gonna disrespect Leah in that way.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. It's not that I like them two together because of her physical traits. I think what a lot of people like about Leah was the fact that she's kind of like she's normal, but it's kind of like her. I don't want to use this word, but like her slowness was cute. It's kind of like, oh, look at her. Like,
I didn't figure she was slow until she started talking more.
See, I felt it from the first conversation.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way. I just thought that they just had a strong connection. Yeah. But it might have just been lust we were looking at.
Yeah, yeah, and I felt like when they see Leah, it's like, oh, look at her, she's cute. You know what I mean? Like, basically everything about her. Like, oh, she tripped over her feet. You know, it's like that. Where with Andrea, when you actually get to see functional adults actually have a conversation, you like, oh, this is what a relationship looks like. This is what a grown-up relationship looks like. Not like someone that's in the corner like, I'm about to flip. Or like, should I say something?
Yeah.
Like it's like, Leah, are you here with us or not? You know?
Yeah. Well, Leah is talking to Kendall. I mean, she just finding everybody to whine to. Mm-hmm. So she go to whine to Kendall. And Leah says that she feels weird about things that were said, and how Rob said sometimes her sexual chemistry isn't natural. She doesn't really know what he meant by that. And Kendall says, well, basically, like, just turn it on. Like, I think you have sexual appeal, and just know that you are sexy. So Kendall just tries to make her feel better.
Now, mind you, this is 3 times she repeated the conversation in 3 different ways.
Exactly. And I'm just like, unless they edited it super choppy, that is not what Rob said.
Not at all. And y'all not gonna gaslight me in the comments saying he said this. My wife took good notes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Serena and Janae talk. So Serena wanted her space from Cordell. Mm-hmm. She likes the men when they're doing their own thing. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of come back on her radar. He is respecting her boundaries, and she's open to having more chats with him as friends. Mm-hmm. And she's not completely closed off to that turning into something else.
Oh, okay. You know I'm coming with it, you know?
Yeah.
Sister from another mister, get the hell off my TV screen. Serena,
should I get the pink slips?
No. We ain't gonna get they don't know nothing about the pink slips now.
Okay.
They don't know about the pink slips yet.
Okay.
But get the hell off my TV screen. How dare you? Basically, Cordell over here bringing you breakfast every day, asking you, hey, do you like lemon tea with honey, right? Show me how to make it so I can make it for you. No, I got it. Yeah. And then you speed walking, basically like he giving you hugs. He's putting every muscle in his body is using to pick you up every time he see you. Remember when, Coy pick her up and things like that, and now he's trying to pick her up every time? Yeah. He used every muscle in his body to pick you up. And now when, just a day, 24 hours later, when someone else likes him, you're like, he's doing his own thing. He's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
The only difference is he's not making you breakfast and he's not talking to you. Mm-hmm. Or maybe you realize, in order to stay on the show, this is not the real world. This is not Jersey Shore. People get eliminated for not being connected to somebody. Yeah. And now you're trying to play the game. In other words, trying to play Cordell. Stop it. We're not going to allow it.
Yeah, I was really over Serena when she was talking about like that. I was just like, so you basically like guys who don't like you and don't talk to you. And I'm just like, yeah, you're not ready for love. Yeah. Like, just be on here, have a good time until you get, voted out.
Exactly. It's coming.
It's coming. So Kayla and Aaron talk. Aaron says that he likes Kayla, and it was just kind of a cute, small conversation.
Yeah, Aaron, you are disappointing me this episode, buddy, but it's fine, though.
Yeah, Janae tells Cordell that you are back on Serena's radar.
Yeah.
And he's laughing and smiling. She is wanting to be more open with him now. And Janae explains to him that when you were applying too much pressure, it was kind of giving her the ick. So just kind of keep up what you're doing now. And Cordell says, he's going to keep the same energy. So basically, leave her alone. And I was thinking to myself, like, Cordell, don't be smiling and happy that this girl want to, spin the block on you now that you're giving somebody else attention. Exactly. Like, pay her dust. Like, no offense to Serena, but, like, a little bit offense to Serena. Like, no. Like, you don't deserve his attention.
Exactly.
No.
And Janae, you don't need to be playing telephone with people on the island and things like that.
Yeah.
I want to see you talk to Connor. And based on what I see in the preview, I think you need to talk to Connor.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, this whole thing of you being Mother Mayor of the villa, you get what I'm saying, going around talking to somebody like, I got something for you. No. Focus on your guy.
Right.
Okay?
Nicole and Hakeem. Well, Hakeem pulls Nicole for a chat.
My goodness.
He talks about where he's from. She likes that he's sarcastic. He talks about his coaching career for fitness. And Nicole used to be a personal trainer. His type is dark features. And it was kind of funny when he said that because the camera pointed to Liv.
Oh, man.
And Nicole says, her friends tell her that she usually goes for ugly guys, but the personality is what gets her. Yeah. And the friends think that he could do better. Well, she could do better. And he says, you could get you a Hakeem. And so they had a good conversation. It was nice, but I didn't feel the connection coming from Nicole. I think Hakeem was into her. Yeah. But Nicole was just, I feel like, being like polite.
They had a conversation.
Right.
And the fact that she's like, I was about to pull you. I don't think you was. No. But I will say this though. Remember when Hakeem first came and I was like, he's not my cup of tea or anything like that? Hakeem made me laugh the hardest.
He did.
This episode.
He did.
Out of anybody so far on the show.
Yeah, he's definitely grown on me.
So like he might be growing on me like a parasite. You know what I'm saying?
So Rob pulls Leah for a chat.
Yeah.
He asked her why she didn't come to bed. He said, you could have came to bed. And Leah says that she slept with Serena in Soul Ties.
Yeah.
She felt that was a better decision and that they needed some space. She wasn't happy about the sexual chemistry comment. And Rob tells her that he thinks she's exaggerating that part. Pretty much she lying.
Yes.
And he tells her that he's not mad. He was never mad. He was just really hurt.
Yeah.
He does forgive her. He still likes her, but he knows that he would regret it if he didn't see where things go with Andrea.
So he's not even pandering to her. Aaron, take notes. Leah's crying. They having a conversation, right? About basically what transpired previously. And he doesn't change his stance about Andrea. He don't say, okay, we had a bad blow up. I'm all about you. I'm going to focus on you. He's like, look, man, That's not what I said about the sexual chemistry thing. I heard it from like 4 other people. Like that's not what I said. But yeah, I'm still gonna try things out with Andrea.
Yeah.
Right. But I think, Leah, the damage is already done. I think you actually helped Andrea with how you acted in this episode with Rob. I think you helped her a lot.
It was bad.
Yeah.
And Leah asked him, so you're over it? This is just kind of goes to like her not listening again.
Exactly. Like it's just like
it's just like, you know what? Actually, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Like this is exhausting.
She needs these boards. Yeah. She needs flashcards. Mm-hmm. Like I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but Leah, you need flashcards.
Yeah. And Rob tells her, look, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's nighttime. Nicole likes Kendall and Cordell. She feels that she needs to do some kissing tonight. Hannah said that she's going to end up single.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah. Cordell is back on Serena's radar, and Aaron tells him, don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Of course.
So at the party, Andrea and Nicole talk, and Andrea fills Nicole in on what happened between Rob and Leah. Nicole doesn't think that Rob has been disrespectful, and she sees how Rob and Andrea are drawn to each other.
Now, this is actually the most sensible conversation between, so far, the most sensible women on the show.
Yeah.
Right? They are talking about basically their dates, basically what transpired with Rob, and they're both like, I'm trying to see the disrespectful part that Rob did. I kissed him. I picked him to go on a date. He keep bringing up Leah. He said he's going to let Leah know. He lets Leah know. I don't understand where Rob is the snake or Rob is the liar or Rob is the villain in all this.
Right.
And they're like, I don't know either. Like, at the end of the day, like, I wanted to be with Rob. And now they get to the point to where they now talking about where Nicole's like, well, truth be told, though, I do see y'all chemistry, though.
Yeah.
And truth be told, it is chemistry.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Well, Nicole wants Kendall and Cordell to start courting her, but she also thinks she needs to be a little bit more vocal and start taking risks.
Okay.
And I think that I was just really happy that Nicole said that, because I think on a lot of these, on Love Island UK and this show, I feel like a lot of the women get into a position to where they want to be courted, but they don't want to express themselves and put themselves out there to possibly be rejected or accepted. So I just appreciate the energy of these bombshells of letting it be known who they're into, and just giving the guys the energy so that they know what's up. You know. So Connor and Hakeem talk, and Hakeem is happy that Connor encouraged him to talk to Nicole because they hit it off really good. Now Hakeem gets a text, everybody must gather around the fire pit. Andrea gets a text that she and Nicole have to stand up, and it's time for them to decide who to couple up with. So the boys who want a chance to couple up with Andrea or Nicole need to stand in front of the fire pit.
That was a great twist.
Yes, that was a great twist. Yeah.
Man, so I was expecting Cordell to stand up. I was expecting my boy Aaron to stand up. Like, I was expecting at least those two for sure. You get what I'm saying? Tell us who stood up, Blair.
So, Hakeem, I felt like he ran up there. I was like, y'all had one conversation. You really think you about to get picked? Like, that had me on the floor.
When
I was
Hakeem stood up, I laughed so hard.
I was like, Liv is going to be pissed.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, Kendall, Cordell, stand up, and then we're kind of like looking at Rob, and I'm just like, okay, Rob looks comfortable in his seat. And he says, I'm sorry. And then he hurries up and gets up.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Listen, he did say you will be the first to know.
And he told her immediately. He
told her right on the stage. You know what I mean?
Yes. So Andrea chooses Rob, and they actually kiss.
Woo!
Nicole chooses Kendall. And I see Rob making faces. And I'm just like, is he making faces at Leah? Or was Leah making faces at him first?
I think Leah started making faces. I think the way the edits were, it shows that Rob was making faces first, right? Yeah. But I think Leah was making faces at him because she was wording things. It showed it from another angle to where all the women were sitting there, and they was basically trying to like tell Leah, like, calm down.
Yeah.
Because while Andrea was talking, the camera cuts to Leah while Andrea is talking, and she's like, bullish. Basically saying, like, we felt a good connection. And everybody, before Rob stood up, right, when basically it was like a dramatic pause, Janae, the mother mayor of the group, is basically like, good job, Rob. Basically, like basically, like, thank you for choosing. And then Rob was like, you know what? I'm not a liar. I said I want to explore this. Yeah. So he stands up, and now Leah's reeling. She's reeling, and now they making faces at each other like. And then she said she just couldn't hold it. She mouthed the words "F you."
And then he was like, "What?"
What? And then
she said, F you.
And that's here. Guess what? I feel like this, man. This is how I feel about this. If they already view you as the villain, fill that role. You already see me as the villain. Now you about to feel me as a villain, right?
Okay.
I'm about to be sucking face in front of you all the time. And the thing that sucks about it is, which these women don't understand, which these people on the show don't understand, the fact that Leah is hurt by this. Guess what? Y'all women, this little sister circle group y'all got, one of y'all about to get hurt because she about to take one of y'all men because she wants to stay on the show too.
Exactly.
Why? Because I need to make Rob jealous with one of y'all men. This is what happens. This is Love Island. This is not Jersey Shore. This is not the real world. What did you think about the episode, Blaine?
I mean, the episode, I was just laughing and just irritated, just all the feels. It was a great episode. And I'm just like, whew, Leah was a piece of work. Okay.
Listen here, man.
she was tap dancing on that nerve of mine.
100%. So. And I'm not even against Leah. I'm just happy for the Andrea and Rob era.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Anything else you want to share?
That's all I got.
I'm going to get my hair done, y'all. Y'all be good.
Bye.